this is going to be an interesting video. It's different to the usual teaching you lot to trade. We're going to talk about the industry as a whole. Now, this is something that I've always wanted to get off my chest, and I thought, you know what, let's just talk about it. Why not? Okay, it's good that you know how this industry works. So some of you might say it's a scam, and some of you might say that's just how business is, right? Unfortunately, you can't do nothing about it. So I am a binary trader, okay? I made a lot of money, binary destroyer, back in the day. And when I learned to trade, it used to be the old school way, right? You know, I mean, it makes me sound old, but, you know, they don't make them like they used to, right? Back in the day, it was binary options, right? And realistically, the only way you were ever going to beat the market trading binary options was to learn to trade, the actual skill. I had the luxury of being part of, or community of, a lot of very, very good binary traders. We used to get a lot of binary traders join our group. Mark, John, Michael themselves, perhaps me. I wouldn't put myself in that category, but I used to watch some very good binary traders, and it wasn't anything to do with like the special strategy they had or any inside knowledge. It was pure skill. They were out competing the market every single day, and it was, yeah, it's the reason why I am the trader I am today, the reason why I'm so good at scalping, the reason why, you know, I'm always focusing on winning trades, high win ratios, taking partials, taking a trade, moving on, bang, next trade, next trade, next trade, is from binary, right? I learned from some of the best binary traders I know of, and funny enough, they were in my group, right? Because effectively there was no binary options group out there, but ours was. But then over the years, everybody started trading Forex, right? We started getting a lot of Forex traders joining our group, and I was watching these Forex traders trade the binary destroyer, and I thought to myself, yeah, I think I want to go over to Forex now. And then I had to make that transitional period from binary to Forex. But ultimately, where it first started, right, trading binary, I've kind of now shifted to Forex, but I've still got the same, you know, psychology. I've still got the same skill set. That's why you notice when I trade, right, I will always take partials. I'll always focus on winning trades. You know, it's all about winning trades. I learned that from binary, right? And I learned that from some of the best binary traders in there. And if I was to tell you how to beat the market, and if they were to tell you how to beat the market, it would be skill. Now, binary options got labeled as a scam. Now, it wasn't actually the binary trading itself that was a scam. It was the binary brokers, right? Essentially, for like less than a few £1,000, anybody could set up their own white label broker, and they were doing that in unregulated countries where there was tax-free, and they were just scamming people. They were doing these deposit bonuses, you know, deposit £100 and we give you £1,000 to trade on our platform. They were manipulating traders, and the whole industry was just terrible, right? Everyone was just getting scammed left, right and center. And like I said, the only way to beat that was to just get very good at trading and then play the different brokers, right? So like me and a few other traders, what we'd do is we'd have multiple different brokers, and we would be taking money out of each one. We had a rule, right, where essentially what you couldn't do is, as long as you kept it under £1,000 a week, you would go relatively under the radar, right? So if you was like pulling in £5,000-10,000 a week from binary options, your account would get flagged up, and then it's very easy that you would get, you know, they'd just kick you off the platform. They could do what they want, right? It was unregulated. So as long as you stayed under the radar, right, and you took a bit from this and a bit from that broker and that broker, you kind of could do it, right? Effectively, right? But binary options eventually got shut down, and it was interesting. It got shut down because a lot of regulation stepped in and said, okay, this whole industry is getting scammed. You know, these brokers, anyone could set up a broker. We need to control and regulate it. But not only that, one of the reasons why it also got shut down is because the money that was being made was going into the brokers, into the binary options back pocket, right? It wasn't actually physically going on the charts, right? So when I would deposit money in perhaps IQ options, right, that money wasn't essentially going into the liquidity pool in the market. It was just going into the IQ options platform, and that was it, right? Was I trading live markets or simulated markets? You'll never know, right? You never know, okay? But the money was just going into the binary options broker. Now, when I was learning to trade, and this is back then, things like prop firms, things like smart money concepts, things like, mechanical sets of rules, just kind of follow a mechanical set of rules, and you just make money. That stuff didn't exist. Back then, when I was learning to trade, it was all about learn the skill or fail. Now it's all about trade SMC, trade with prop firms, trade mechanical way, trade like an institution, trade a set of rules, and just make money. So nowadays, people are learning and trading in a different way to how they used to, right? Like I said, prop firms didn't exist, smart money concepts didn't exist, ICT, this big push of mechanical way didn't exist 7-8 years ago. And effectively, that has been created from brokers and prop firms, right? Hear me out, okay? I was in an exhibition in Dubai. I went to the Forex exhibition, right? Forex Expo in Dubai last year. And I happened to be in a meeting, okay? And there was some prop firms there. There were some brokers there. There were some influencers there, YouTubers there, affiliate marketers there. And essentially what the prop firms were doing is they wanted to promote smart money concept traders, right? They wanted to sponsor them. They wanted to promote that concept to these people on YouTube. And then in return, they would use their prop firm, which I thought was quite sneaky, right? But it's actually, well, it's marketing, right? They figured out, I don't know if you remember, I made a video about it 3 weeks ago. And I said that if you have 3 losses in a row, you are very likely to fail a prop firm challenge or blow your account, right? So first loss, people can handle. Second loss, it's okay, people can handle that too. The third loss, oh no. If you get that third loss and you get that fourth loss, that is it. Account blown, prop firm challenge failed. And the prop firms knew that, right? They knew as well that if people were trading SMC on their prop firm challenges, that they were most likely to fail. So what they were doing was they are actively going, they still do it, right? This is what they were doing though at the exhibition, is they were going out and actively wanting to promote these SMC teachers, right? Because they said, right, if you teach people this concept, right, and promote our prop firm, your members will then use our prop firm, which is great because we know that people that trade SMC on our prop firm don't make money. And I thought that is such a sneaky thing to do, because when I was learning to trade, right, the only way to make money was to put real money in a trading account. So if you want to make some big money in trading, you actually had to physically put real money in a trading account and trade it. Nowadays, you don't do that, right? You can, for less than £100, have a prop firm challenge, and you can literally get funded and have 100 grand. Now, that is actually a problem. It's a very big problem, because the liquidity from a retail level is not actually going into it's not really going into the market anymore. It's going into the pockets of prop firms. Think about it, right? Who actually owns the retail space right now? Prop firms, okay? Money, all the money right now that you spend on prop firm challenges, ask yourself, right? How many people are doing prop firm challenges? Everyone. Every man and their dog on YouTube is doing prop firm challenges. But the problem is that money is not going into the actual market. It's not going into regulated brokers. It's not going into liquidity. It is going into the pockets of prop firms. And in return, you're given a demo account or simulated account with the idea of IOU, right? So if you pass the prop firm challenge, and you put a withdrawal in, they will honor that withdrawal, and that money is coming directly from the people that fail the prop firm challenges. So there's actually a whole ecosystem right now of money that is on the market but not actually going into the market, right? So if I was to take a trade with a Forex broker, right, essentially there would be buyers and sellers. Okay, that's how the market works. It's regulated broker. That broker gets that data from the liquidity provider. You know, when you take a trade and, you know, you get stopped out, you actually are getting stopped out, right? It is liquidity in the market. The real money that goes into trading is the one you and me put into trading accounts, right? That's the real money. Okay, because that provides the liquidity. The problem is from a prop firm perspective, there is no liquidity going into the market now because the prop firms are taking it all in their back pocket. FTMO last year made 200 million gross with 100 million net profit. That's a lot of profit, right? That's 50% profit margin. That's 200 million of money that would have potentially gone into a broker is now going into the pockets of prop firms. And in return, you're getting these prop firm challenges, which are essentially demo accounts. Now, I'm saying generally, right? Obviously, some prop firms do put you on actual market, you know, A book, B books, etc. They will put you on actual real live trading accounts, but most of it is just prop firm challenges, right? It's just, you know, it's just demo accounts effectively, right? And the broker and the prop firms know that. And that is a real big problem at the minute because you are being fed, and this is interesting, right? It's just a marketing technique, but I think it's a scam. So what the prop firms have worked out is they've gone, right, what kind of traders would fail a prop firm challenge? Okay, if I was a prop firm, I would want traders that use a tight stop loss. Perfect. I would want traders that use a risk reward that is so big that the take profit never gets hit. I would teach traders a mechanical way of trading, a rule-based way that you just follow a set of rules and take a trade, right? By feeding you these concepts, right, and promoting these big influencers on YouTube, it means that more people put money into prop firms. It means more money in the back of their pocket, which means they get richer. The actual money is not going onto the market, right? Now, this is a big problem, right? Because this happened 9-10 years ago with prop firms, right? With binary options, right? Binary options got shut down because everybody's getting scammed, right? It's very similar now with what's happening now with prop firms. Because let me explain something to you. Trying to explain to a person that doesn't trade how prop firms make money, it literally sounds like a scam, right? So essentially, you are given a demo account and with the idea that you can get funded with a real trading account, right? But the real trading account isn't actually yours, right? You don't own the real trading account and the money is coming from the people that fail. So essentially it's A person paying B, right? It's like a pyramid scheme. A person lose money, but it pays the B guy who's making the withdrawal, right? Now, all of this is not going into the market. So it's funny because when they teach SMC and they say, with SMC, they say, oh yeah, you know, it's to take out retail liquidity. Where's the retail liquidity going? It ain't going on the market no more, mate. So you're literally being sold a concept that is fundamentally flawed. Because look around you, everyone's trading prop firms, which means the money's not actually going into the market. So who is actually being manipulated, right? The whole concept's flawed no more. 10 years ago or 8 years ago, yeah, right, before prop firms were existed, that's what happened, right? Real money went into real trading accounts and it was real money, right? But the problem is right now is you have this whole ecosystem where money is not even going into the market, right? And these brokers and these prop firms know that, right? And that's a big problem, right? It's a big problem. And I think you need to understand that is that you are being missold stuff online purely for the benefit of the prop firms. okay? Because the prop firms want to promote this stuff, right? If I was trading SMC and I would actively promote a prop firm, I would blow up big, right? I'd probably get more YouTube views, I'd get more subscribers, I'd get more sponsorships, and that would be great, right? Because everyone knows that, you know, for you lot, it's great because you think, great, I'm learning an institutional way, a smart money concept way, but actually it's benefiting the prop firms, it's benefiting the brokers, right? Because they're the sort of traders they want on your platform. They actually don't want people that not necessarily can trade, but teach certain concepts, right? So to give an example here, I focus a lot on winning trades, right? It's the skill and only the skill. Everything else doesn't matter, right? Simple strategy and just getting your head down and mastering it. If, to put it right now, you're trading smart money concepts, right? 60% win ratio, 1 to 5 risk reward. I'm trading a 1 to 1 with a 90% win ratio. I'm just saying, right? If we jump on the charts at the same time, based on probability, who's likely to find a winning trade and win that trade? Me. Because I've got the higher success ratio. I'm more likely, based on probability, to find a winning trade compared to you. Now, you've got to factor in emotion, making mistakes, lack of discipline, still learning. All of that results in you just not making any money. And it's because you're being missold stuff online by prop firms and brokers. Ask yourself the question, right? What's YouTube used for? Promoting, right? It's promotion, advertisement. If someone's not selling a product, you are the product, right? You are the person that they want on their platform, right? So you need to look at their agenda. When you join me, right? And people say, oh, you know, make money selling courses. Okay, when you join me, I've got a package. That's the package. You know what you're getting. You pay your money. You don't like it, you get your refund. You know, we have our terms and conditions. This is a product. This is a service. If somebody's not selling you a product or service online, you are the product. You are giving them the views. You're giving them the algorithms to most likely sell you a concept, and then a broker or prop firm that they are affiliated with, and then you use them and you don't make money. And the real money is the ones you're putting into these prop firms, right? And like I said, if the prop firms don't get traders, they don't make any money. If people don't lose money, or if people don't fail prop firm challenges, they don't make money. It's the same with brokers, right? Brokers, yes, they will earn commissions and earn their money in commission and spreads, etc. From the liquidity, they become the middleman. But effectively, if you blow your trading account on a broker or prop firm, it's pure profit for them. So it's in their best interest, right? It is in their best interest for you to blow that trading account. And the only way to beat the system is by getting very good at trading. And I just wanted to put that point across out there because, like I said, right, people will say, oh, but you're just selling a course, you're teaching people to trade. Let me explain something to you, right? I have become very successful from selling courses. And I don't mean in selling the actual course, like actually making money from selling courses. I actually have made a lot of money from the experience that people bring into my community. And I'll be truthfully honest with you, right? The selling of the course is nice, right? I don't mind. I like teaching people to trade. As long as the buy and short pays for itself, I'm okay. I like teaching people. As long as I'm not teaching people out of my own pocket and it's ticking over, I'm fine. I've made a lot of money though from teaching people to trade because to be successful, right, you've got to have the right people around you, you've got to have the right positive community, and you've got to have people pushing you, and you've got to have that experience in the group that makes you grow as a trader. To give you an example here, Michael Austin was a BD member. If Michael Austin hadn't have joined the group, hadn't have created the Mogwai reversal strategy, hadn't have shared it with the group, I hadn't have traded it, I wouldn't be so successful with it, right? And it's the same with everything, right? If the accountant that I use came specifically from the BD group. I had a webinar with a full-time member. He said, Jamie, what accountant do you use? And I said, I use this one. And he said, you know what? I've got a very good accountant, mate, that can save you a lot of tax. Let me put you into contact with him. Great. So now my accountant came from the BD group. I made a lot of money in investments from the BD group, right? So I actually, like for me, when people say, why do you teach people, right? It's because I'm putting myself in a room with people that are trading the same strategy with me, and some of them are beginners and they need help, and some of them are already experienced and they're sharing their knowledge with me and everybody else. And I like that, right? If you're going to be trading with people, you want to be trading with people that are trading the same as you. So like for me, that's why I teach people to trade. Plain and simple, right? If I'm going to sit in this room on my own, I want to be trading with some of the best people that I know of. So they're in my group. I'm trading with them. We're bouncing ideas across. We're taking the same setups. It's great, right? It's great. But this is what I'm trying to say, right? That's the product from me. If they're not selling a product and they're saying, oh, I'm doing it, because like I help people and blah, 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 you are the product. And you need to ask yourself, why are they promoting that product? What's their purpose and what's their agenda? Because I know there is a hidden agenda with prop firms, with brokers to sell concepts to the retail traders so they get their money on their platform, on their broker, on their prop firm. And like I said, right, this is something that did not exist 8 years ago. 8 years ago, the only way to beat the system was skill. There was no other way. Now it's like, oh, trade like an institution, trade like smart money concepts, trade, trade tight stop losses, trade big risk reward, trade mechanical way. All of that has been fabricated from literally prop firms just promoting this stuff out there in return to get those lot on their traders. And you can say, well, that's a scam. You can say that's good marketing. And I'm neutral on it, right? It's like, I know that's what goes on, but it's difficult, right? Because prop firms and brokers don't want successful traders on their platforms. They don't mind it, right? But brokers are there to make money. Prop firms are there to make money, right? So if they're going to promote or they're going to actually advertise, they want to be advertising it to traders that legit can't trade or, concepts that don't work. Because they know if you get 3 losses in a row, you are very likely to fail that prop firm challenge. So if you're teaching a concept that's using like a 1-to-5 risk reward ratio, that's great. That's what they want. Because you're teaching concepts where you can get 5 losses and then 1 big win and make money. That's great. Because they know when you get those 5 losses on their prop firm challenge, you are blowing your account. So my advice going forward is, well, my only advice I would say to everyone is this is the market. Welcome to it. Welcome to the industry. I'm in it. You're in it. We're all in it, right? But what I would say is the only way you're ever going to be successful is by learning, by winning trades. I'll always stand by it. Winning trades is absolutely everything in trading. If you can consistently win 3 out of 5 trades on average, that's very good. You are going to make a lot of money, right? It's not the money management. It's not necessarily the strategy. It's not the way you trade. It is literally winning trades, right? If you can consistently win after win trade, yes, you can have losses. I'm not saying you can't. You can have running streaks of wins, running streaks of losses. But if you can consistently win 3 out of 5 trades on average, then you are very, very good at trading, right? And if you are not hitting those kind of numbers, you really need to be getting your head down and focusing on your strategy. Don't strategy hop, right? Because if you are being sold a strategy, why are you being sold that strategy, right? And this is my question, right? Not my question, but this is what I'm trying to say. Is I want to get this video out to show you that, yes, there is a hidden agenda out there. You are being sold concepts for the benefit of brokers and prop firms because realistically, right, the only real money that goes into the market is the one we put in it, the one we put into brokers, the one we put into prop firms. But brokers isn't a problem because that is going into real orders on the market. The prop firm isn't real orders, right? So in the next 1 or 2 years, I can actually see prop firms potentially being shut down, right? Because institutions and liquidity providers and brokers can't necessarily buy prop firms, okay? Because prop firms is an unregulated space, right? And it's a lot of money in this space that isn't necessarily going into the actual market, right? So very, very soon I can see prop firms being shut down, right? Because unless it becomes regulated. But then again, if it becoming regulated, people would have to go on live markets, live accounts, and that becomes essentially a problem, right? If I was to do a prop firm challenge and I didn't know how to trade and I went for 100 grand, then that's 100 grand of real money that is being risked, right? And it's not cost effective for a prop firm to give, you pay £1,000 and then you get 100 grand of real money in return, right? It's cost effective analysis, right? You just, if you lose that money, the prop firm is losing money. So it's not in their best objective to give you real money. It's best to give you just demo accounts with the IOU. I get it, right? But I'm going on. But what I would say is just be careful out there. The only way to trade is by skill, simple strategy, and just getting your head down and mastering it. Everything else beyond that, because I know out there a lot of people are like, I want mechanical ways, I want institutional ways. I promise you, it's not going to work. It's just being missold to you. So I hope you enjoyed that video.